All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something I think we've all felt at some point. That really common but, super frustrating urge to fix someone else. It's a feeling that seems so helpful, maybe even a little noble, but as we're about to see, it almost always leads us down a dead-end road. So let's just start there. You know that feeling, right? It could be anyone, your partner, a friend, maybe even someone at work. And you can just see their potential so clearly. You see a better path for them, a better version of themselves, and you get this deep, almost irresistible pull to get them there, to fix what you think is broken.
And that's the story we spin in our own heads, isn't it? We build this whole narrative where our peace, our success, our own happiness depends entirely on them transforming. It makes their change the magic key that's going to unlock a better reality for us. But what if we're holding the wrong key entirely? What if the door we're trying so hard to unlock isn't even theirs?
And let's be really clear about what we're talking about here. This isn't just asking someone to, make a few small adjustments. We're talking about a huge request for another person to basically transform their entire personality, their core habits, their whole way of being. And the crucial part? The spotlight is always on them, and not on you.
Okay, so let's get into the why of it. Why is this such a bad idea? Well, from a psychological counseling perspective, this whole line of thinking is seen as a total dead end. It's a request that therapists are actually trained to spot as unworkable right from the get-go. In fact, in therapy, it has a specific name, and it's a great one, a not kosher request. I love that term. It basically means the goal itself is just invalid. And the reason is actually pretty simple, but it's also really profound. The person asking for the change, the client, they're not even really in their own request. All their energy, all their focus is on somebody else.
So what's really going on here? Why is this impulse such a huge red flag? It really boils down to two core issues that get right to the heart of why this whole thing just doesn't work. And here they are, the two big psychological traps we stumble into. First, you're basically abandoning yourself. I mean, think about it. When you pour every ounce of your energy into changing them, your own life, your own growth, it all just gets put on the back burner. And second, it's often a form of projection. That intense need to fix them, a lot of the time, it's really just a way to channel the helplessness or despair you might be feeling about your own life. Because let's be honest, it's so much easier to focus on their problems than it is to look in the mirror and face our own, right?
And this quote just nails it. The desire to fix someone else almost always comes from a place where we're kind of confused about what we actually need. We're driven by this fuzzy idea that, things would be better if, but we never stop to ask the really important question. Better for who exactly, and why? It's a perfect reminder. If you want to effectively engage with other people, you have to start by being totally clear on what's driving you in the first place.
Okay, so if trying to fix the other person is a dead end, what's the alternative? Where do you even begin? Well, the answer is a pretty radical shift in focus. Let's look at what a more constructive path forward actually looks like.
And you know what? The first step is actually surprisingly simple, but it's also absolutely non-negotiable. It has to start right here. First, you have to stop thinking about it so much and just let yourself feel it. The frustration, the disappointment, whatever disharmony their behavior is causing inside of you, really acknowledge it. Then, and this is the key, you make a conscious decision. I want to feel good. See what just happened? The focus immediately snaps back from they have to change to I need to find a way to feel better.
Now, it's really, really important to get this. This is not a magic fix. This little shift in focus isn't going to magically solve the whole problem overnight. But what it is, it's the foundation. It's the only starting point, the only place from which any real, healthy change can ever begin, whether that ends up being a change in the dynamic, you setting new boundaries, or you changing something in yourself. And that really brings us to the final question, the one to take with you. The next time you feel that powerful urge to fix someone else, just pause for a second and ask yourself this. Whose transformation are you really working on here? Is it theirs? Or is it maybe, just maybe, a really clever distraction from your own? The answer to that question? Well, it just might change everything for you.